Family pride is on the line for the two teams kicking off round 5 of the Rugby Championship. South Africa are back at home. They've got a visitor in the shape of Australia. Both sides having tournaments they'd rather forget, to say the least. Will they be looking to close things down the high against their rivals, each other, in this match here? Loftus first found in round 5 of the Rugby Championship. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Rugby Championship Series, where we're in the 5th round now and not too much more to go before this one closes out for yet another year. Here is the South African side going into today's matchup, and they've made a couple of changes for today's game. Rudy Page gets the nod at scrum half ahead of Faf de Klerk. Yantes also steps out at 10, and Morné Steyn comes in to fill that role. And at fullback, it is Patrick Lambie who comes back in to start his first test for the Springboks in quite some time. Houston out of the lineup at fullback as well. So 3 key positional changes for South Africa as they look to get some wins back on the board, back at home. As for Australia, there is this one big change about this side, and that is in the back row. A very strange change as well. The Pocock out of the team. They've decided to put Hooper at 8 and McMahon in at 7. How will Hooper go with the number 8 jersey on his back against a very physical and a forward-pack dominant South African side? Will be very interesting to see. The backline unchanged, and questions continue to be asked with too many players with defensive frailties like Quade Cooper in this backline. But the Springboks, plenty they have to expose if they get the opportunity against this Wallabies team who stole it from them in Australia. We're all set to go here. Morné Steyn, he'll be the one with the kicking duties. Of course, the absolute master of the sharpshooting shots. He will kick off with the Springboks in the green and white, obviously, and Australia in the yellow and green. We are underway. Round 5 of the Rugby Championship. The All Blacks have stolen the tournament up here, but already the Springboks have plenty to prove, and so do the Wallabies for that matter. Early turnover ball. Rudy Page away to Habana. Habana's pass isn't the best, and Creel picks it up. Mulja goes away, and Vincent Koch goes storming through the middle, but he is completely isolated. Great pass back there. Flower in the back line. And Australia look for early turnover ball, but no! Detroit gets it back. Here's Steyn! Steyn going to left side! And Strauss, oh! Big tackle on Strauss. And he has not released the ball in the tackle there. Even though the Wallabies come away with it, interesting. The ball comes back to Bernard Foley, who will kick the penalty away. Early pressure against the Wallabies has been just withheld. The captain and hooker looking to open up the scoring. He has been just denied as the kick goes up to halfway almost, and in the middle Coleman pulls down for Australia. Cooper looks wide for Hodge, goes to Foley. Foley steps around back in the corner. He goes, Cooper takes the ball and he's taken by his opposite number. And Australia pile the numbers in. Here's Haylett-Petty away to Karevi. And Karevi goes through them all. Inside ball finds Foley. Foley is still away from Page. He can't do so. And Rudy Page saves the day now for South Africa. Karevi inside ball. Oh, Simmons gets hammered. 2-man tackle there on the second right. Kenya taken by Steyn. Kepu misses a couple out, finds room out wide. Hodge goes back in towards the action. It's McMahon who goes to ground now. South Africa have got their defence more than ready for this attack. Kenya, no way through there for him, and Strauss gets the ball back. He's one who gave it away in the first place. Here is Steyn. He has got no intention of running all that distance, and he hammers the ball away. Israel Folau lets it bounce twice, and he hits it back now, getting it away to Hodge, who does nicely to go to Haylett-Petty. Numbers here for the Wallabies. They continue to move it through Bernard Foley. Slips it back in field around the corner. They go back left and right before Stephen Moore takes it to ground. There is Hooper in the action. Wide hole. Garnigas getting hold of Haylett-Petty. And Morné Steyn over the top finishes them off. And into touch they all tumble. Well, a very fast pace opening 20 minutes of this game. Neither side able to get on the scoreboard. South Africa's line out is dreadful and is picked up from McMahon.
Release.
And he's gone into over the 10-metre line. South Africa's territory. Kepu goes straight into the tackle of Strauss. South Africa throw out of that breakdown as Kenya looks wide. His numbers again. Oh, Halapeti does very well to find Simmons.
Release.
South Africa have numbers for this breakdown again, but they still don't get the ball back. D-Num, strange selection,
Release.
still starting on the blindside flank. Halapeti twists around the corner and Torreira makes a good tackle on Samu Karevi. Sio, Halapeti again, big ball, deep second line runner. Now there's room out wide. It's a chance for Foley. Still got Hodge, goes them brilliantly, but the cover defence there from Page saves the day. Mahonje takes a hit.
Release.
Oh, they need some friends here, the Springboks. Just in time as well. Back it goes. Page will smash this one downfield inside his 22. Is he? Where did that go? Israel Folau, has he made an error? I think he has. It is Springboks ball. And they're on the line out over halfway. What a kick from Rudy Page that was. De Jong gets another messy line out ball. Bogard goes wide, finds Creel. Creel needs support. Inside he goes. It's De Jong. De Jong going for line. He'll get there. Off an Australia mistake. De Jong scores the opening try. What a play off a messy line out. De Jong started all out wide. Creel did brilliantly to come back in field and slip the pass ever so well to a beautiful line of De Jong. How close was he to the touchline? That was the millimetres in that. But a great piece of work from Juan De Jong as he slides over for the first try. The first points of the match as well. And here we see Mornay Steyn for the first time with a shot from the tee. No real wind to speak of here for Steyn. He steps up and he smashes this one run front straight between the sticks. That's an extra 2. It's 7-0. South Africa lead Australia. Back to halfway come the Wallabies now. Both sides had so many chances to score. It's amazing. And it's taken 35 minutes to get the first points on the board. Here is Lowe, away to De Jong, and there's room out wide for Creel. Gets it all the way to Brian Habana. Here's danger. Habana just slips away. He's got back up. Brian Habana. Oh, that is miracle ball play from Habana to score straight off the kickoff. That is amazing. How does he do it? He just does it year after year after year. Brian Habana, magical stuff. Gets a little trip there from Israel Folau, but the defence come across, couldn't cover him as he quickly gets to his feet. The acceleration, top end speed, too much there for Guinea, and his fellow Australian there didn't catch him. Bernard Foley across, Halapeti, no chance at all. It is South Africa storming away with this one after 2 very well worked tries straight after each other. Mornay Steyn back to the tee. He really only trotted back to halfway, and now he's come back for a second shot at goal. This should be half-time as well as he kicks it up, and the half-time buzzer goes. And South Africa, the Springboks, will go to half-time, leading Australia 14-0 after 2 brilliant pieces of play. Took the scoreline from 0-0 after 35 minutes to blockbusting 2 tries to 14-zip. Look at that possession as well, and the territory, 80-20 and 72-28. That is domination throughout this game. Australia have to come back with something in the second half. The line breaks amazingly, with that sort of stat, is still 4 each, which is just amazing that the Wallabies are carving up with only 20% of the ball. That is a tiny amount to still do damage with. They could have scored themselves as well, and this game would be a lot different if they had have done that, but they still have 40 minutes, only 2 tries behind, and we just saw how easily tries can be scored in this ground. Such a hard ground underfoot, easily for attacking rugby. All you got to do is catch the ball and make the yards, and it is definitely a dream for scoring tries. 14-0 the halftime score. South Africa doing it well at the moment over the Wallabies. Back we go to half-time, and halfway it is Bernard Foley kicking off, and he just goes short, dabs it down. Habana's got the ball. Krill gets it, he didn't really want it, but he's taken high. Oh, this is instant trouble here. The ref is having none of this from the Australians, and it's an instant yellow card. Oh, well, if they wanted a good start in the second half, they've been absolutely thwarted there by a bad tackle from Will Guinea, and he is going to the sidelines for 10 in the bin. Stain takes the penalty quickly, and he smashes off a pile of yards, and we are back now for the line-outs, just 30-35 metres away from the Australian line. Page away to Stain. Oh, big hole for Monet Stain, just taken by Flau at the back. That was a great little run by the fly half. It's put his team in a great position early on as well. Page sees 4 defenders. Detroit does well, and it's out wide for Francois Hogard. He will score the 3rd try for the Springboks. Too easy. When you lose your scrum half like the Wallabies have, it really does put some strain on your back line and your structure. But we've seen here, Detroit did brilliantly just to trot along, make them think he was going to take the inside road before firing a beautiful pass out to Hogard, who does no mistake finishing out wide. He is an expert at putting the cream on top of the cake, and that is exactly what he's done there for his team. South Africa's lead grows even more, and the 10 minutes in the bin look like they may cost the Wallabies quite dearly as well. Here is Monet Stain. Steps up, and no mistake, he has hardly been tested today. We know he's an amazing goal kicker, but we've not even seen him really stretch his legs. Well, the pressure's on now. Bernard Foley, Clay Cooper, they've had no ball to work with whatsoever. They're the playmakers in this team. It's De Jong, beautifully to Habana, just about seeing some space again. Across come the forwards. Here's Detroit again. There's room out here with Whiteley. But he goes right to Hogard. Hogard running free. Folau chases. Hogard over the top. The chase comes in. He regathers. Oh, out the back door. Stain gets one pass away too many. And it's picked up from Hodge. And away will come Foley. Oh, Torreira, of all people, it's thrown out the back door. Clock away. Inside ball from Hogard again. Wow, these South Africans are really throwing this game up again. Australia, though, slow it down. Advantage. Ball away to Quade Cooper. That was just suicide. He was standing about 2 metres away from that ruck, and he just got a hospital pass. And he was cleaned up from Holger as well. It does give them their 15th man back on. 10 minutes is up.
Crouch.
But one would imagine...
Bind.
Defending a scrum just 6 metres out from your own line, as well as being down 3 converted tries to 0. Maybe too little too late to get the man back with 22 minutes on the clock. Here's Warren Whiteley. Away to Rudy Page. Spots a little hole and almost slides through the little man. Australia get it straight back. Oh, they're running away after us here. It's a great run from Simmons. But at the back, Lambie pulls it in. That was a surprising little dink there. Now they go wide again. Another chance for Foley. But I think that is Whiteley there. Yes, he's all over him. And Page goes into contact again. Well, he might be a bit isolated for the second time in just a few seconds. He is. And Australia get the ball back off Page. Now they look to spread it. Cooper goes away to Hodge. Hodge slips it infield to Foley, goes back to Cooper. Etzebeth is after him. They make them pay as well. They continue on up to halfway. The ball goes to Sean McMahon. Slow ball out here, but Stephen Moore finally gets it away. And Simmons, the man who really started it all, that little run down the sideline, is taken down. Now is Adam Coleman. He's going nowhere but out. Eventually he gives to Kemper, who straightens things up a bit. Oh, that's a driving tackle there from Strauss. Who exactly that was on is buried at the bottom of the ruck. We will not see. Page does not want to run again. He's lost the ball twice. De Jong to low. Massive room here for the Springboks. Here's Steyn. Steyn's not much of a runner. He'll need support. Can't find it. He takes the tackle though. Well played from him. But the Springbok support slow to come. And now the Wallabies look to come wide again. Good pass wide. Habana gets left by Hodge. And Hodge goes to the 10-metre line. So isolated there. How did they get that back? Simmons. Oh, big tackle there on Hooper. The test at number 8. How's it going? Not too well. Slipped away. Good pass to Stephen Moore. Now he's running away. He's got support. He's got numbers out wide. It's Brendan Foley up against Lambie. Lambie coming across. And Lambie drags him over the touchline. Well, we know Brendan Foley's got some legs to go fast. But he was reeled in with rather too much ease there from Patrick Lambie. Now up they go again. They've messed up their line out. Oh, Holgard steals it. This got to be a try here. Oh, what a tackle on Cooper. The Springboks goal line defence is nothing short of spectacular. They go again. Kemper gives to Coleman. Oh, he is absolutely smashed. They've got numbers out wide. They've got to use them. Quade Cooper. He doesn't. He goes straight through Mornay Steyn and over for the try. 21-7, a little bit of redemption for the Wallabies, but far too little, far too late. Some amazing defence there. There was Evan Etzebeth picking up the attacker, then straight through the post. You've got to feel a little bit sorry there for Mornay Steyn. He had to tackle the post and a slippery Quade Cooper. But over they go, the Wallabies. Well worked. De Jong drives him into the turf. But not before he gets the ball down and the try scored. Well, a little bit to celebrate for the Wallabies. They have been comprehensively outplayed here by South Africa. Here's Brendan Foley to close this game out. There is full time. South Africa back on the winning horse. The Wallabies, the curse continues as they try and win in Pretoria. It is a graveyard for Wallabies and a victory stomping ground for the Springboks. They collect another well-worked and hard-earned victory here over Australia to give a little bit more light to the tunnel that is their Rugby Championship season. Well, both teams have been ultimately disappointing throughout the year, but South Africa, well, they have something more to celebrate now, getting a win over their rivals Australia, 21 points to 7. 3 tries for the Springboks, Hoggard, De Jong and Habana picking up 1 apiece. Conversions, 3 for Mornay Steyn. As for Australia, Quade Cooper with a try and Bernard Foley slips over for the conversion to wrap up their scoring right at full time. Okay, so the stats see not much change from half-time. 70-30 possession was all with the Springboks, yet the scoring wasn't really done at all. They only got 1 more try, an even second half, 7-all on the scoreboard. Territory much the same, 64-36. But what's interesting was the line breaks and how Australia managed so many with the little ball. We don't see it there, and the one we do see is high tackles and the yellow card to Will Genia, which cost the Wallabies the only try they conceded in the second half. They were very good defensively in the second, as were the Springboks. A tight match between two sides, too scared to lose, and just couldn't really get their heads around fighting for the win. 21-7 the full-time score. An early blitz in the first half by South Africa, enough to secure them the Rugby Championship points here today. Alright, that wraps up my time for this match-up. I'll be back in with our other match from round 5, that is the All Blacks going to Argentina for their next match-up as well. They've already won the trophy and have been crowned Rugby Championship winners, but they'll be looking to do the clean sweep and get another victory over the Pumas at their home ground. The Wallabies and the Springboks, they move on to their final match next weekend as well, and the Rugby Championship will be all wrapped up then. But until next time, thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all wherever we may end up. Until then, take care.